Go live. Welcome, food lovers, to another exciting episode of Neighbors Cooking. Today, we've got a tantalizingly healthy and delicious recipe for you: chicken ricotta meatballs with spinach Alfredo sauce. Trust me when I say your taste buds are in for an amazing treat. But before we dive in, let's take a quick stroll down culinary memory lane with the history of meatballs. Did you know that meatballs date back to ancient Roman times? They have been beloved across various cultures, from Persia to Italian and even Swedish, thanks in part to IKEA, with each culture having its unique twist, making meatballs a versatile and globally cherished food. This recipe is not only scrumptious, but also a fantastic way to involve your whole family. I always tell you, getting your kids involved in the kitchen can be fun and an educational experience, and you won't have to cook for them once they turn 18. So let's help roll the meatballs, have them help you with the spinach Alfredo sauce. It's a hands-on way to spark their interest in cooking and teach them some valuable skills. I'm super excited today for our guests, my food aficionados and culinary connoisseurs. We have the pleasure of introducing a true gem in the world of entertainment and a seasoned master of the stage and screen, Jim J Bullock. With a career that spans decades and a personality that lights up every room he enters, Jim J is a multifaceted talent who knows no bounds. From his early days of Broadway to iconic roles on television and film, Jim has left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry with his wit, charm, and undeniable star power. But Jim is more than just a talented actor. He's a beloved figure in the hearts of fans worldwide, known for his infectious laughter, heartwarming spirit, and unwavering dedication to spreading love and positivity wherever he goes. Whether he's lighting up the small screen with his hilarious antics or treading the boards of Broadway, he is here for each of us to enjoy and to laugh and to have a good time. So get ready to embark on a journey filled with laughter, delicious flavors, and a sprinkle of Jim's signature charm that will leave you craving for more. So without further ado, let's raise our glasses and toast to the incomparable Jim J Bullock, a true legend on the stage. Welcome to the show.
Oh, Mitch. That was such a beautiful award.
Thank you. Welcome. I'm going to have you come over here.
Oh, God, yes.
Welcome to the kitchen.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy. This is so very technical.
Right? It's kind of impressive, isn't it?
It's very impressive.
So when I first started doing this show, it was Joe, actually, my camera guy, was doing it with my cell phone. And that was it.
Are you serious?
And so over the years, we've added, multiples of cameras and microphones and all the things that make it a little easier
for everybody. Things on the floor.
And things on the floor that I can click and move.
You got shit everywhere.
Right? It's like being on a real TV set.
Except it's not as hot.
Except it's not as hot. We don't have as many lights. So you've done so much in television. I mean, everybody knows you from when you did years and years ago, your sitcom.
The young lad.
The young skinny lad.
Very skinny.
Hilarious, great show. You've also been in Spaceballs. You've been in so much. What's your favorite? You got to have a favorite that stands out.
Well, Too Close for Comfort will always be my favorite because it was the first, and we went 6 years, and we still have this family because Nancy, Lydia, and Deborah are still here. So that is, and we're still in touch.
Nice.
So that's wonderful.
Yes.
Hollywood Squares was hard to beat because it was a party. You're playing tic-tac-toe.
So I had some people, then when they knew you were coming on the show, they've been sending me messages. I'll share them with you later, saying, "Tell Jim I said hello." I mean, so many people. But a lot of people wanted to talk to you about Hollywood Squares. Now, I don't remember seeing you on Hollywood Squares ever.
That's okay.
But did you take Paul Lynn's place, or where'd you go?
Well, actually, Joan Rivers took Paul Lynn's space because Paul Lynn was the center square in the 70s.
Right.
And then the 80s version was Joan Rivers, Shadow Stevens, and myself.
Okay.
And so I was in the upper right-hand square, and every once in a while I guested. I filled in for Joan because she had a lot of concert dates and everything, so she was gone quite a bit. So I would get to be in that center square position.
How fun. I mean, it was a great show. I loved it. But I remember the Paul Lynn days.
Oh, my God, the Paul Lynn days. Someone just sent me an email the other day of his best things on his best, lines from Hollywood Squares. He was so brilliant.
He was brilliant. He was brilliant.
He had a huge influence on me in my life going into the career.
Right.
And sort of kind of copied him.
Well, you've got the voice for sure. He had that very
and the younger people are going, who the
Why
hell
do they fall in?
Fall in. We all come and we all go.
We all go. No, I didn't know you were on Worst Cooks in America.
Well, yes, and indeed, I'm wearing my apron because I was on Worst Cooks in America 2019, and I came in third place, which I was actually very proud about. Tanya Harding came in first.
She kicked you, probably.
She was actually, she was such a lovely woman, and then Alec Moffa came in second.
Okay.
So I came in third, and I was so happy I placed.
You know, I was in a cooking competition last year. I came in third place for America's Best Chef, America's Favorite Chef.
Really?
Yeah, and I made third place, which was really, for me, it was the first time I'd competed in any type of cooking show.
I'll go for the bronze.
But it was really stressful.
It is so stressful.
Oh my gosh.
People don't realize how hard these shows are.
Every day I had to post new content. I had to film little pieces. I had to show my work and all, and it was just like so much.
Oh my God, you had to do all that.
And I had to do it all myself. Yes.
Oh no, I didn't have to do that. But just the hours of being on your feet in the studio and it's very demanding.
It is, but I love cooking. It's one of my favorite things to do. So.
And I do too. I'm not a great cook, but I have cooked my whole life, and my friends say I'm a good cook, but I'm not a.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Well, I love pastas. I always go to pastas.
Okay.
You know, I love all different types of pastas, and then I can hear Betty in the background. She sounds like she's having an orgasm.
Betty, yes. It's like, I want to take Betty.
It is Betty, isn't it? Okay.
Betty, and call her whatever.
Okay, good. It's Betty, right?
It's Betty, yes.
Oh, Betty, okay.
Yes.
So yeah, I love home style cooking, biscuits, gravy.
Okay.
Well,
I know I want to talk for a minute about one of my favorite people that you worked with, Tammy Faye Baker.
Yeah.
I loved her. I loved her. I used to watch, the religious show they had, Jim and Tammy Faye. PTL, and I didn't like him, but I loved her.
No, yeah, that's how everyone felt.
And I
wouldn't like Jim Baker.
She was so sincere of heart, I felt, and I met her a couple times here in Palm Springs.
You did.
I did. I got to meet her. I just about was like, oh my God, I worship you.
Well, what a bizarre thing that was, and I'd never met Tammy, but boy, I'm telling you, she was such a kind, genuine, sweet, really genuine. Her faith, nothing about her was fake.
I believe that.
Her faith in Jesus, her love for humanity was very, very real.
Yes.
And I just count myself really fortunate that I got to have the time I had with her.
Right.
And I know she is just dancing on the clouds because first off, this movie comes out. That's an Oscar-winning film,
right? With
Jessica Chastain, and Sir, oh my God, Elton John has written a musical called Tammy Faye.
Yes.
That's going to be opening on Broadway this year.
That will be so much fun if I get to see it.
I can't wait to see it. I'm like going, how the hell does? Anyway,
it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So I loved her. I think it's like touching an icon because you got to touch her.
Well, yeah, she was. It was an incredible experience to get to work.
So here locally, you still do a lot of volunteering.
I do. Most of my work is most of my life is volunteering.
That's okay. That's a great thing. I'm the director of Volunteers for Pride, and I appreciate volunteers.
Volunteers are gold.
They are gold
because they're not getting paid.
Right.
And a volunteer who will show up and honor their commitment is gold.
Yes, they are.
And I take my volunteer work very seriously. And so I volunteer for a no-kill cat shelter in Desert Hot Springs called Kittyland.
Yep.
And I'm out there twice a week cleaning cat shit and scrubbing floors and everything. And then I do a soup kitchen out of my church, United Methodist Church, on Saturdays. That is just such a pleasure and a joy to do. And I've done that for over 4 years.
I get so much pleasure out of volunteering. I love stepping up to the community. I love watching other people experience what we've put together. Like when Pride happens, standing back and watching 100,000 people just having an amazing time in a safe space brings me such joy to know that I'm part of that.
Yes, because it's a part of a greater. And I don't know. I'm not working on my career anymore. I'm like, if I work again, that'd be great. If I don't, that's fine too. I've had what I've had, and I'm content with that. But
Right.
you've got to have something in your life
Yes, you do.
that gives you meaning and purpose.
Well, I just saw you last year at the Performing Arts College in Rancho Mirage, right?
Oh yeah, the prom.
The prom. You did the prom, yes, with all
the
those
NTU kids.
Yes,
oh
they
my
were
God.
amazing.
Wow, that was. Did you see that?
I did.
Really?
I came with Matthew, actually. Yes.
Wow, that was an incredible experience, and then it was a role I've always wanted to do ever since the prom came out,
Right.
in 2018 or something, and I got to do it with these kids that are so it was perfect. It's a high school.
Yeah. So we have a Performing Arts high school here in Rancho Mirage.
Yes, David Green,
and
MTU.
it specializes in teaching kids performing arts while they get the rest of their education also.
Training them to go in. It's for professional. It's for kids who really want to seek this. It's a free program. It's after school.
Yep.
There's no charge to it, and these kids get the education of a lifetime.
They do.
Going into professional theater or film or television from this program. I mean, I wish I had something like that.
Well, and all of the professional people like yourself and others that support it and get into the show with the kids and help coach them. I mean, it's amazing.
They get to learn from our mistakes.
There you go. So I'm going to go over some of the ingredients that we're going to do here in a minute.
Okay.
I'm going to have you stand right over here.
Oh my God.
And we're going to go through the ingredients, and then we're going to get our meatballers.
Sexy. I'm not even going to comment. That's beyond comment.
Is it beyond comment? Yeah. Unless you have two.
Well, I wish.
You wish you had two ballers? All right. So I'm going to go through the ingredients with everybody, and then we're going to start putting some meatballs together.
Okay.
All right. So in here, into the meatballs, we're going to use a pound of ground chicken. Now, you could use beef. You could mix spicy pork in there. There's a lot of things you can mix in it. We're just doing chicken. We're going to put in a cup of ricotta cheese, half a cup of Parmesan cheese, half a cup of breadcrumbs, a couple of garlic cloves, some Italian seasoning, 1 egg to help bind it all together, and some salt and some pepper.
Look at you.
So we're gonna start with that first. So we're taking our ground meat. We're going to put in our ricotta, our Parmesan, our breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumby. Now, if you wanted to use, what's the other stuff? Breadcrumbs?
Panko.
Panko.
Yeah, you could use panko. Okay. You could. They'd be a little crunchy maybe, or a little bit too much inside it.
Okay.
And you might get too much breadcrumbs. Some Italian seasoning, salt, and pepper, and our 1 egg.
Look at you.
Right? Like a real chef.
You are.
And we're going to mix this all together into until it's all blended in there. Now, you could make your meatballs yourself just by sticking your hands in and rolling them, but you get uneven balls. Hate uneven balls.
Oh, I wish. Hey, so is chicken what is normally used, or is beef?
So you could use beef,
pork?
You could use pork, you could do chicken and pork, you could do any combination really that you like.
Could you use Impossible?
You could use Impossible, yes.
Okay.
You could. So you could make these vegetarian. So I use chicken just because it's lower in fats and more protein, and it's inexpensive compared to beef.
Yeah, and turkey
or you could use turkey also.
Yeah.
So you would just adjust your spices maybe, but pretty much all the same stuff would go in.
Okay.
So we've got this nice little concoction here. I'm going to bring over my pan, and you and I are going to...
rack.
Rack.
You're bringing up your
rack. I'm going to be a baller.
Right. And a rack. So I'm in the right place.
We're going to take it. These make 2-inch balls.
Oh, there you go. I need
All right. So we're going to fill it up and just...
So much for the old Italian method of forming them with your hands. Is this Italian?
This is not Italian. It could be, depending on the spices you use. It's more Italian because we got Italian
But our
seasoning in it.
meatballs
Meatballs are not necessarily Italian. They began in Rome, actually, was the original, well, that would be Italian. But they were in Persia, they're in Italian cooking, they're in French cooking, they're in Mexican cooking, like, what is it? Mexican soup with little meatballs. Albagandis, thank you.
Oh my God, I'm not good.
All right, get in the meat.
Oh, geez, okay.
So it makes a perfect meatball.
Okay, and then this.
Just that.
And scoop it around the edge. And
take that off.
And then I take it off and put it in my hand.
Whoops, squeeze really hard. So you want to really make sure you get a whole bunch in there so that you're making a good ball.
Okay.
Hold it tight, and you're going to take off the excess. And then it should open to a ball.
Okay, so let me ask you, what's the difference between
you could roll it and these
little ball things?
So the difference is when you're cooking them, is you want consistency in the size so that they all cook to be the same finish.
Gotcha.
So you could make smaller balls with your hands, or you could just, free ball it.
I'm doing it again.
Do it again.
Can I do it again?
Yep. Get a whole bunch in there.
I've learned now.
Learn. Scoop, scrape, and ball.
It's actually very satisfying. Oh, well, shit. What the hell?
Okay, you're all right.
My ball thing is not
working as well. There you go. All right.
God,
you're
you
good.
Do it.
All right, I'll do it. So, I don't know why yours isn't working as well. All right, let's see that Pam over there?
Pam's the answer.
We're going to spray some on your baller. There we go. Now it might work better.
Now the Pam's the answer. Because I'm getting a lot in there.
You are getting a lot in there.
And I'm squeezing it, and this is going to work.
See? And you got your ball. There you go.
All right.
Yay. Let's keep making them. So this pound of meat's going to make about 11 or 12 meatballs, depending on...
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you get these little ball makers?
Amazon. Where else do you get anything?
All right.
I don't go shopping anymore. I just go.
No one does.
Right?
I mean, why?
I had to really watch myself with the Amazon Prime days. I'm like, I don't need anything. I refuse to buy more from just because it's a sale day.
There we go. It is fun though. I love having packages around.
I do. It's great. Okay. So once we have all of these made, we're going to preheat the oven to 400 degrees, and they're going to go into the oven for about 25 minutes. Super simple, all right?
Wow, that is so simple.
All right, so we don't have to make any more of those.
Okay.
Because I've already made some for us for later, but in the meantime, we're going to start the sauce. So I'm going to set these off to the side because I've already made some. So let's get into the sauce, and I'm going to put you over at the pan now, all right? So we're going to heat this pan up to about a medium heat. I'm going to have you stand over here, and I'm going to hand you ingredients, all right?
Okay.
So we're going to start off with butter. And you're going to melt that in there.
Okay.
Leave it there. And we're going to add the garlic. And we're going to let that sizzle.
You can't go wrong with butter and garlic.
You cannot go wrong with
Ever.
butter. I mean, this is a really basic Alfredo sauce that we're making, but I'm adding some spinach and some lemon into it to kind of give it a little more of a zesty flavor.
Okay.
Let me see if I'll turn that up a little bit. I think it's my water. And we're going to put this over potatoes, over pasta when we're done. You could actually put it over rice, couscous, potatoes, mashed potatoes. There's really no limit to what you could use as what you set it on top of.
We're putting it over potatoes.
We're putting over pasta.
Okay.
Which I forgot to get out of my fridge, so we're going to get that out.
Oh, Christmas is ruined now and forever.
It's ruined. I'm going to get my spinach out.
Oh my God. There's just nothing like butter and garlic when it starts cooking.
Oh my God, it's so delicious.
So fantastic.
So part of this recipe calls for 2 cups of fresh spinach, and it just goes in at the very end. So we're going to do that at the end. So look at that. There we go. Turn that down a little.
It's a great kitchen to cook in. So much
Isn't
space.
It's a fun
really laid
kitchen.
out well.
Yeah, the person I bought it from did a great job of remodeling it. And then I got my little logo put on for my company.
Oh, right.
Right? And then I have my favorite "No Soup for You" Nazi from Friends. No soup for you. All right, so we've got this fragrant smell going. You don't want to burn the garlic. So the next thing is we're going to put in a cup of heavy cream.
Wow. So
Yeah,
this isn't low fat.
This is not, well, it's still, the reality is it's not a super high fat except for the cream. So we're still coming in under 600 calories for this whole meal.
Yeah, because you're not drinking a cup of cream.
You're not drinking a cup of cream. You're splitting that up between 4 people.
Yeah, right.
So that's really where your calories come in. You could use half and half. You could also use yogurt if you wanted to use yogurt, but you'd lose a lot of the flavor. If you used yogurt, you'd have to put in a little more cheese to get the thickening going. So now we've got the cheese in and just keep stirring that.
So you don't use a thickening agent like flour,
cornstarch? You could. You could use arrowroot, but really with the cheese and the cream, it's all going to get pretty thick anyway.
Oh my God, it looks so good.
It's so delicious. And we're going to add in a couple of teaspoons of lemon juice.
Yes! Oh, shit.
Did you make a mess on my stove?
I spilled a little on your stove over here. I hope you're okay with that.
That's okay. If you read your contract, it says you have to clean the kitchen.
Cleaner, whatever that oven cleaner called.
Your contract said you had to clean afterwards. So.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, that goes to show with no trailer.
Right. No trailer. No craft services.
No makeup. There ain't no makeup here.
No makeup here. We don't need makeup.
This is as good as it gets, folks.
We look fabulous for our age.
We are alive, and that's all that matters. We're healthy, and that's all that matters.
So, how did you first discover you wanted to be a comic? You had this like.
Well, when I was a kid, just growing up, I found I could get attention through being silly.
Yep.
And so I was not popular in my school days.
Okay.
But I got attention through being silly. Right. And then when I got into the drama department, hello.
Now, when you started growing pains.
No, too close for comfort.
Too close for comfort, sorry.
It's another
show.
It's okay. It's okay. It's like cream and half and half.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
But how old were you when you got that part?
23.
23. And that was your first big role.
That was my first big role. I had done one movie before that, and it never kind of came out. So Too Close was my big break, and I was so fortunate to have that. I mean,
and was it written as a gay character?
No,
but you were just.
It was 1980.
I know that.
The only gay character is Billy Crystal on Soap.
Oh, yeah.
And he wasn't even gay.
Right.
But they're really, Three's Company, they tried to make John Ritter gay the first season, but then they pulled back because it was not
cool.
It was not cool yet.
I mean,
it really wasn't. And so on Too Close, they got fan mail going, is Monroe gay? And it's like, no, we don't want him gay.
And he's like, but I am.
I don't want to tell you. Cat's out of the bag. It's running down the street.
And we cannot catch it.
Yeah, we are. There's no putting that back in the box. So it all worked out.
Yeah, no, it was a very popular show.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I think about Ted though. Ted Knight.
Ted Knight was a funny guy.
He was a funny guy, but I don't think he was very comfortable with homosexuality. And I think had I been open and loved myself and wanted to be open, I don't think it would have been a good thing. But because I kept it hid on the show, I got along with him.
Right.
The girls and Nancy all knew.
Of course I did.
But, Ted was still in his little denial bubble.
So the next thing we're going to put into this is the spinach.
Oh.
And you're just going to wilt that in.
Oh, my God. There's so much work over here. I'm tired. Oh, my God.
I told you it was going to be a lot of work.
Betty is down here on the floor.
He is always here in the kitchen hoping for a dropping.
Wait, is he a he?
He's a he. Benny. B-E-N-N-Y.
Oh, it's not Betty?
No, it's not Betty. It's Benny, like Benny
shit.
Hill.
I like Betty. I'm so sorry, Benny. I thought you were Betty.
That's okay. He's transgender.
It's an easy mistake.
You're transgender, aren't you?
It's a very easy mistake today. Them, they, those, whatever. Oh, my God.
So have you've been single your whole life, or have you had partners?
Pretty much. I had a partner in from 1990 to 1996, and we actually were very committed. And I don't want to bring the room down, but he died of AIDS in '96, and I just have never had anyone since. I really haven't wanted anyone since. So, I've had cats, and that's been fine. But recently I got this dog.
You just got a dog, yes.
And
what's his name?
Like Barney.
Barney, Benny and Barney.
Barney is like a needy boyfriend. It's like, oh my
All
God.
dogs are.
I know, but he's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
So he'll be happy I'm talking about him.
And how's your cat getting along with him?
She's like, oh shit. That's sort of her response right now. But I think in time they're going to be okay. I think, her name is Sandra Bullock.
Oh, okay.
So she's a special little kitty. But I don't think she's too happy that he's there right now. But in time, I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
Do you want that fire on still?
Nope, you can turn it off.
Oh my God.
Well,
how the hell do you turn it off? I think I broke something.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't. Oh, you did. Look, you broke my stove.
I did break something.
No, that's all right.
Oh, it's the wrong one.
So now the meatballs.
We didn't even
put them in
down
here.
We didn't even put them in the oven, and they're ready.
They're ready.
How the hell did that?
Right? It's like the magic of television.
That is the magic of television. I tell you. Wow, these cookie shows. That's amazing. Am I done?
You're done.
Okay. All right.
So you're going to taste. You're going to be my taste tester.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Happily.
So we're going to take some of our pasta and get it in there. So we've got some sauce on it.
Oh, my. That looks fantastic.
And we're going to take a couple of meatballs.
Fettuccine or something?
It's a pappardelle.
God.
Give you a couple of meatballs.
So that's enough for 4 people, really?
Yeah.
Looks like a single serving to me. Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to have you give it a taste. Let me get a picture on the camera first. Can you see that, Joe? All right. So
that looks gorgeous.
Are going to taste it right to that camera.
Okay.
Be honest, but lie if you have to.
Well, I just don't want to. I want to get everything here. A little noodle and.
Oops, sorry.
Shit. What?
I'm playing with your
Do I really have to clean? That is not good if I do. Hang on. Here we go. Is it going to be hot?
Probably. Okay. Blow it. It's a winner.
That is incredible.
Isn't it good and so simple?
Is so damn good.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And so simple and easy to make. It won't get your kitchen all heated and hot.
I know, Betty.
Benny.
Oh my God, this is so good.
I'm so happy you like it.
I've got to put this down if there's going to be any for us left over.
We got plenty. So as we wrap up this episode, I want to thank you so much for coming on and taking the time to spend with us and with me. I appreciate it. I've been wanting you on the show for a while.
I'm so glad you had me. My friend Matthew.
Well,
he turned me on.
We all hate him, so.
We hate him. That is, I got to make this.
I will give you the recipe.
I got to make that.
But it's on my Facebook, so I want to remind everybody that it's crucial that you vote this year. We have a democracy and freedom are the pillars of our society, and every vote counts. I want to make sure that your voice is heard in this November because together we will shape a future.
Oh my God.
And we need to shape our future.
Got
to get out and vote.
Kamala,
there you go. All right. So that's the first endorsement Neighbors Cooking is made.
I love her.
She's great, actually. And I can only ask all of you to continue to follow us and support us. Click below to like us, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. It's all for free, and you get these great recipes, great guests, great conversation.
They are great. They're great.
We have an amazing time. So thank you all for watching Neighbors Cooking. As always, I'll see you again next week back in the kitchen. See y'all later. Bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.